Checking in with the Eastern Eyre Netball Association now. Kristy Turnbull's on the line to tell us all the latest. How are you going today, Kristy?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you, Dan. Better than you by the sound.
Yes, well, it's been a long morning. It's been a busy morning, but we're coming into the end of financial year, so all sorts of things are happening.
All sorts happening, definitely. Very, very busy time for a lot of people.
And we're getting into the second half of the year starting tomorrow, so on the home stretch towards Christmas, really. But before...
Scary.
Yeah, that's right. But before we get there, we've still got half a netball season to go.
We certainly do, yes. Yep. We're looking a bit scary that we're looking at our run into finals pretty much in the next couple of weeks for netball. So, yes, exciting, but, yes, the year's just flown.
Yeah, so we had round 8 on the weekend in the Eastern Eyre Netball Association, and we didn't see any overly unexpected results, but the games were reasonably close. So we'll start off with Kimba Districts getting the win over Eastern Rangers 41-36. So Kimba Districts staying on top of the ladder there, but Eastern Rangers probably showing that they are within striking distance of those top two teams.
Yeah, definitely. The last time these two teams met, it was a 20-goal difference. So Rangers would be very, very happy with that, closing that gap down to 5 goals. With the top of the table, Kimba. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied this morning. Definitely a tight contest of a game as we expected, played in less than ideal conditions over here on the weekend. We had wind, we had rain, we had all sorts going on. So, but yeah, definitely two strong teams that had a good hit out. I think Kimba probably would have hoped for the bigger margin, but Rangers very happy with closing that gap on top of the table, Kimba, and showing the proof that I've said all year, Rangers are not to be underestimated. They've settled as a team. They haven't had too many changes over the year, and they're getting stronger and stronger every week.
All right, so a good game there. And in our other game, reasonably close, Cowell got the win over Ports in a low-scoring affair, 34-21. Yeah,
very, very low scoring. Much bigger margin than the Ports girls would have hoped for. So last time they met, it was a 1-goal margin. But this week, Cowell were just too strong in defence and limited Port's ability to convert their goals. Ports did have a few girls out, but that gave the opportunity for 3 of our younger juniors to come up and have a game. Elka Hartwig and Ruby Schubert had their first A-grade debut, and Macy Hartwig, who's had a couple of games in the A-grade for us this year. So a big shout-out to those girls for stepping up to that challenge and playing netball, fabulous netball. They slotted into the team really, really well. And, yeah, just want to say well done to them and keep at it. They will be definitely ones to watch in the future.
And Ports will get another chance against Cowell in round 13, so I would say they'll probably have that one circled on the calendar because I'm sure they feel that that's a really good opportunity for them to get a win and they're not wanting to go through the whole season winless. So, yeah, we'll be having that one circled on the calendar and looking forward to that game in a few weeks.
Definitely will be, yep.
And it was Central Eyre United with the bye in round 8. So they'll be back in action this weekend in round 9. They'll be playing tomorrow, taking on Cowell. So they'll probably be looking for a big win in that one.
Yeah, I would think last time these two teams met, it was a 30-goal margin going CEU's way. Central Eyre United are coming in full strength again this week after their rest last weekend. Cal will certainly be feeling confident having that reasonable win over Ports, and they'll be looking to close that 30-goal gap and hopefully get a bit closer to CEU. But as we know, CEU, they're fighting Kimba for top of the ladder and playing consistently strong netball, a very, very good team, and I think they'll take a fairly comfortable win tomorrow.
And in the other game happening tomorrow, it's Kimba Districts hosting Ports. So Kimba Districts on top of the ladder, 5-1 with a percentage of 156.87. Ports, bottom of the ladder, 0-7, percentage of 52.62. So there is a big discrepancy between these two teams.
There's definitely a big, big gap between these two teams. But, you know, lots has happened in this season. It was a 40-goal win last time to Kimba that they met Ports. But we know Ports have really been building every time. The second game against everyone but Cowell has been certainly closer margins, and Ports are feeling really confident with the way that they're heading. They had a really solid training. They had Kylie Petherick come up and take their training Thursday this week. So they'll be looking to close that margin. But as we know, Kimba, as we said, top of the ladder, huge percentage. They're a strong team, even with their changes that they've had and the players that have come in. They just, they're a well-oiled machine. We know they're playing fabulous netball. I think they'll take the win, but I don't think we'll see the 40-goal margin. I think the Ports girls will give Kimber a run for their money and certainly close that gap down to hopefully, 10 to 20 goals. Or closer. Closer would be better. But we'll be realistic.
Yes, we will. But that'll be an interesting one to watch. It'll be a good chance for the Ports girls to see how far they've come after that big margin last time they played them. And for the Kimber girls, I'm sure they'll be eyeing off a percentage boost here and looking to not get complacent as they play the bottom team.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Kimber will, they won't come out complacent. I wouldn't have thought they will want that percentage boost because that's all that's keeping them above Central United on the ladder at the moment. So expecting that both those top teams will have a win and it will come down to percentage of who slips into that top spot after Saturday's game.
All right, plenty to watch this weekend in round 9, and of course Eastern Rangers are on the bye, so they'll be back in action in round 10 next weekend. We'll leave it there. Kristy, thank you very much for joining us as always. Enjoy the netball this weekend, and we're looking forward to catching up again next week.
No worries at all. Thank you, Dan.
And we'll run through the Great Flinders Netball Association as well. Joe Franklin, our regular Great Flinders correspondent, is unable to join us, unfortunately, today. But I'll run you through all the scores and upcoming fixtures. So we've just got through round 10 in Great Flinders. And round 10 saw Eyre United get a 14-goal win over United Yalana, 38-24. Elliston Districts beat Lock by 2 goals, 46-44. And the Ramblers beat Cummins Kapini 44-30. And it's the second time all those matchups have occurred this season. None of the results any different from the last time they met in all 3 instances, but the gap closed in all 3. So United Yalana went down by 20 last time they played Eyre United. Lock, last time they played Elliston Districts, lost by 13, and Cummins Kapini went down to the Ramblers by 16 back in round 3. So the gap in the competition certainly is closing. And we'll take a look ahead to round 11, where we're going to see United Yalana taking on the Ramblers at Karku, Cummins Kapini hosting Lock, and Tumby Bay hosting Eyre United, while Elliston Districts take a week off with the bye. So that's your upcoming fixture in the Great Flinders Netball Association. It promises to be a good round of games, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it next week.